Yeah. First off, just want to thank all the subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Now, I know I made a commitment to make more content, to drop more content, be a little bit more consistent with it. And I definitely still committed to that. What I learned is it's hard to be get back to the studio all the time. So I was thinking there's going to be occasions where I am going to be able to drop a video from the studio. There's going to be times where I'm going to be able to go live, which I love. I love going live. But there are also going to be times where I don't have the ability to do so. So what I'm going to have to do, again, being that I'm committed to dropping more content, is drop videos like this. And drop videos where I'm going to and from places. That's when I'll have the time, right? So yeah, just get that out of the way. So what I want to talk about today is my opinion of this movie I watched called Flamin Hot. The movie is about a guy who created Flamin Hot Cheetos. And I know there's debate about what really happened and all of that. But I'll say this. I watched The Irishman, and I know there were a lot of debates that, oh, that's not true, that's not true. So to me, it doesn't matter how authentic it is. I'm talking about the movie itself. And there's not going to be too many spoilers. I'll talk about the different themes of the movies and what I thought about it. All right. So again, it's based on that guy. So what I love about this movie, there are a lot of themes that are familiar to me. Right? At one point, a lot of the characters, especially the Chicano characters, they deal with rejection and acceptance. I love that because that's something that for a lot of us growing up, we have to deal with, is acceptance and rejection. So that's something that's very, very familiar. This is a Chicano movie, but it's also at times a kind of a Cholo movie. And this is what I love the most about this movie. When it comes to Cholos, it doesn't show them as these hardcore fucking, I just want to kill everybody for no reason kind of people. It shows why a lot of them are going through that struggle, the different trauma that they faced. Or one person shows the trauma. But it does show that there's more to it with a lot of people. A lot of them are just trying to do well. They're trying to get to the next day, right? So they're finding different ways to go about handling their business. There's different ways they do it. And I love the way that it humanizes them. They're not just these crazy fucking monsters. They're people who make mistakes. People who lack the guidance. And people who learn. I love that shit because there's so many homies I know now that are doing well for themselves. In their younger years, they're fucking like fools. They're with it, right? But now they're doing well for themselves, and I'm very fucking proud of them. And this movie has a lot of those themes where it humanizes people. Look, I know these are gangbangers. Like, I know they do this, they do that, but at the same time, all they want to do is take care of their family. Some of them are trying to even further themselves, right? So I thought that was very fucking dope. I love the way they did that. It's also a movie about perseverance. Like I said earlier, acceptance and rejection. Sometimes you're gonna get rejected. Sometimes from the beginning, you're gonna know that they don't want you there. Who gives a fuck? Doesn't matter. Do you deserve to be there? Is the question. Fuck what anybody wants, right? I love that shit. I don't give a fuck who wants me anywhere. I don't give a fuck if I'm not wanted here, if I'm not wanted there. Do I deserve to be here? And what am I gonna do to put myself there? I love those themes in the movie. Right. Those were other themes that came up. So you had, for me, I thought the acting was good. The story was fucking like inspiring as hell, right? Like, man, there's a lot of gems in that story, for real, a lot of them. And the way it was written, I didn't think it was too fast. I didn't think it was too slow. I thought the pace was perfect. It moved along. It talked about things like fatherhood, right? It's one movie where they really humanized Chicanos and Chicanas. showed the badassness of fucking cholas too, right? Like you could have a badass chola by your side, like shit, it's on, right? Like ain't no stopping you. I know that for a fact because, you know, Rosie grew up that way. She doesn't want to see herself as, she's definitely fucking, she's a chola, you know what I mean? That's how she grew up. A lot of homies have righteous ass hyenas who have been by their sides and fucking, so it shows family. It shows family. It shows pride. That's another thing too, pride. And I always said, I've had jobs that I fucking hated. One thing I refuse to do is go in there and give a bad performance, give a subpar performance. Because of pride. I talked to Uncle Jess about that the other day. We were talking about it. We're like, fuck, it's just, we just can't do it. We can't go in there and fucking like do a shitty job and just look in the mirror like whatever. It's like, nah, man, it has nothing to do with me representing this company. It has nothing to do with me representing fucking being a company man. None of that bullshit. Nah, it has to do with me representing me. I'm talking about my current job. I love my current job. But previous jobs, never did some shit where I could say that I fucking half-assed it. Never did that shit. Because it wasn't about the job, it wasn't about the company, it was about me. And you see that pride in this movie, right? There's a lot of pride. There's a lot of people who take pride in themselves and their work ethic and what they know how to do and also what they're willing to learn. So for me, I think we need more movies like this. This is a movie, like I said, it's very chicano, but at the same time, very relatable. It's not a movie where you're like fucking, like nobody gets stabbed, nobody gets killed. Like spoiler alerts, I guess that is a spoiler, right? Like there's none of that crazy shit happening, but it shows the struggle. The everyday struggle of Chicanos and Chicanas. It shows when people are at their lowest points. And it shows how people can rise above that. Sometimes it just takes being at the right place at the right time, knowing the right people. And sometimes it takes kicking down the fucking door. Sometimes you gotta force your way through. So for me, I would highly recommend this movie. Another plus about it is it gives opportunities for a lot of homies to be actors, right? There were a lot of familiar faces in that movie. A lot of familiar faces. And I was like, oh shit, dope. And the roles, yeah, there were some homie roles in there, but it wasn't your typical homie role. I love that shit. Gives people an opportunity to act a little more. And to be a little different. Not to be so stereotypical. Now, my big takeaway where it comes to like the biggest negative, and this isn't that big of a deal, but for me, the biggest negative was the main character's hair. I was like, dog, I don't know a lot of homies that got all that shit right here. Like I don't know, dog. Like for me, that I was like, I don't know. A lot of homies I know are clean cut in the back right there. That shit was a mess. I was like, what the fuck was that? He was a good actor. I thought he did a great job. The main actor did a great fucking job. But that hair bothered the fuck out of me. I was like, I'd never seen a homie with hair like that. The homies I know that have hair slicked back. That's just looking fucking Federman, right? Always take care of that shit. I don't know what the fuck that hair was, honestly. I was like, what the hell, man? But in all, the actors all did a good job. All of them. The main actor was dope. His wife was dope. Fucking the guy that played his mentor did a great fucking job, right? That's another thing. Teamwork. Teamwork is another theme in that movie that I really appreciated. So yeah, I thought the movie was really well done. The only thing that kind of makes me sad is it didn't get a chance to have a theatrical release. I would have loved to have seen it in the theater, to just show support, to show up, to show out, you know, to show like, yeah, we can. There's a market for us. I think that's like, I don't want to get too much into it, but that's a theme of the movie too. There's a market for us. Don't sleep on us. Don't sleep on us. If you make something of good quality, we'll go. And I thought this was a movie of good quality. I thought this was a movie that deserved a theatrical release. And I'm kind of saddened that it wasn't, but at the same time, I don't have a lot of time to really be at the movies anyway. But I would have definitely made an effort to do it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the movies. I thought it was a good movie, Chicano, a true Chicano movie, for real, honestly. And hopefully it's a movie that people who aren't Chicano could relate to and could say, you know what, I really enjoyed that movie. So yeah, that's what I thought of it. I hope everyone has a great day. Much love to the Nasty Crew. Much love to my white babies. And with that, we out. Peace.